Fix this. Hey girl, I gotta get Jessica waited. Hey, I got that police report. We're gonna set Camo straight and the record. She should really just stop talking over there right now. Because RT's always right. I go about things properly, you idiots. Like, everybody's sick of this shit. Let's fix it. That's on TikTok. Does this, oh yeah, let me get you up in the box, baby. I want y'all to tap this live. This is Kissin's real best friend. This is the individual who was trying to talk the other night when another individual started doing the bitch box thing. But I got the police report back today. And I'm going to tell you something right now. First of all, Camo, nobody's coming through you when it comes to Kissin because they're coming through her first. You are nobody. You sat and trashed them yourself. And now you're running on the clout of a tragedy. This, from your friend Carrie, like I got this lovely message today after the broken teapot come up in here last night. Y'all want to screenshot that? At no point in time did I ever tell somebody that. Nope. When you are unruly in the emergency room like Nan was, that's what we do. We sedate you. Etomidate and succinylcholine are medications that we use to paralyze and sedate you. If I didn't give you a breathing tube, you would suffocate. So none of that is asking for anybody to be unalived. It's to get you annoying, lying ass to shut the F up and leave people the hell alone. Tap the screen. Because we're going to go over the police report and we're going to explain that what Jessica told you is accurate from the perspective that they had at the time, because they got new information today off that report as well that they didn't know. So for every one of you trashing them, you should stop. Camo, the first thing you should have done is exactly what I did and went and got the truth. I don't know why she's speaking on me. She's got Trainhorn making videos, Katie making videos. Like, y'all have fun. I'm going to deal with the fucking truth because none of you are even intelligent enough to go get it. So sit down. We are going to turn off the comments to let Jessica talk. We do not need to see your hateful comments or anything. If you want the truth, sit down, be quiet, and listen. Tap that screen. Hang on, I got to find the setting button here. You all are going to have some respect for this woman because what you don't know is that her and I have talked, God, Jess, what, since like March?
Something like that.
It's been a long time. We've had lots of long conversations. I was going to stop and visit her on my travels, but she was in the hospital. She's dealing with enough of her own health problems, and her daughter's got a respiratory problem that she was misdiagnosed with. So none of this needs to be happening. That's why medical professionals, we had questions. Well, when I got to finally ask my questions without being interrupted by somebody's drama, shit made sense today. So, yes, 100% it was an unaliving attempt. It was dispatched to the address that she lives at. Okay? EMS arrived, and several cop cars did arrive. It looks like there might have been 3 or 4 units, actually. EMS managed, but here's the thing that they didn't know. At the bottom of that report, at 6 p.m., okay, At 16:35, which is 4:35 p.m. on this report, advised they found Teresa hanging. They got her down, and she is breathing, and now she is saying she is going to herself. Another unit arrived at 16:48, which would be 4:48. At 6 p.m., see, what they didn't know is why they couldn't talk to her. I gave them the answer today. At 6 p.m., she left the hospital against,
But still, I don't know that that's true because they're saying we had to cut her down, and that's not true.
This was the dispatch call that was advised to the police, to your house. At 6 p.m. is the call from the hospital directly. They picked her up at the cross street around the corner from your house, because when they listed on the police report, and I am not going to share the police report. If you want to be a shitbag to share it on the internet, you go get it yourself. It's an FOIA request. I gave it to her, and it's in my possession. It's not going on the internet from me. If Kissin or any of them over there want to share it, they are more than welcome to. That is their choice, not yours and not mine. But what at the very top it'll say, like the response address at the very top, it says location of the occurrence. It's got your address, and then it's got the cross streets. Okay, and one of them where she was picked up after leaving the hospital is your cross street. What they didn't know is why they couldn't talk to her, because they arrested her for leaving the hospital to force her to go back. She was under arrest and in custody medically. She's not going to be allowed out of that hospital until they clear her medically. She was arrested, but not for a crime. That's where you guys need to do your further research. It says arrest made at 1836. That was to return her to the fucking hospital. We don't know what happened at the hospital for her to leave. Nobody knows. So anybody's rumors out there that you create is pure speculation, because they didn't even know she left the damn hospital. All they know is they couldn't talk to her. And what I didn't hear of Jessica's video, and why I asked about the thumping on the back, what I didn't hear was that she first thumped her on the chest. And any medical professional knows that there are only two shockable rhythms with the heart with CPR, VTAC and VFib. When you see asystole on a monitor, that's not a shockable rhythm. Pulseless electrical activity is not a shockable rhythm. Do you know what we do? A precordial thump on the fucking chest. And Jess, how many did you do?
Several. I mean, I can't honestly tell you because I was in a state of shock because she was dead. I mean, her eyes was wide open, her mouth was open, and she was not breathing from what I could tell. I could not find a pulse, and I mean, I put my hand on her stomach with every lick that I took. That way, I could feel if she was breathing. And when she did take a breath, I draw back and I hit her just as hard as I could in her chest. And that's when she took a gasp and took several breaths. And then she appeared to start having seizure type activity, and she started gagging. And that's when I rolled her on her side and I started, I guess you would say, patting her on her back, so to say, because she was,
gagging.
her to choke to death.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What we do after CPR is roll you into recovery, which is on your side, so you don't gag on your own vomit and stuff, because it's very likely that you're going to do that. But what she did, probably saved TK's life.
And that's when EMTs and cops came in, and they literally had to pull me off of her.
It details in the report when the ambulance was on scene. I mean, this is 4 pages long. 4 pages. Very detailed. And I'm going to tell you right now, I subscribed to Broadcastify as a premium subscriber so I could get to the archives and shit. I would like to know what live feed that they listened to to find your area in Georgia because I'm going to tell you right now. See, counties with live feed. York County, and let's see here.
Does not have it.
No feeds available for this area. No feeds available on Broadcastify because don't think I didn't look. So whoever is
They
over
don't
there on
have it.
Broadcastify saying that there was a live feed either was listening live at the time and knew that there was a plan, or they're full of shit over there. Because
They don't
when
have
you
that here.
when you click on your county, where I got the FOIA report from, no feeds available for this area. So please tell me what you were listening to. You're fucking lying on Reddit. I saw it. That was the first place I went because I was looking for the call for a different a-hole creator, not yours or anybody related to you. But I'm like, hey, I'll check this area too, since I'm already doing an FOIA. And so whoever is on Reddit saying those things about Broadcastify, prove it. You can let me know where you got it from, and I'll download that live feed for you and prove you wrong. Because I paid for the premium access for the next 6 months. So, okay, direct me where you found it because it doesn't exist. This is a real medical thing. Look it up. 60% success rate in Normovia and 30%. What? That's better than nothing. You know what? That's more successful right there than in-hospital CPR. We got about a 12% survival rate of in-hospital CPR. So I would say that thump on the chest, I didn't know about the thump on the chest. I was interrupted in the middle of my conversation with her. So they didn't know certain things at the time. They had a lot of questions more than they had answers. And here, all they're doing is looking, just to have some prayers. You know how kissing is. She wanted prayers and just thoughts for her. They pray all the time on their live, and you all fucking know that. And instead, it's all over Reddit like you all are some medical experts tearing me the fuck apart. You got Camo acting like Kissing's best friend, having done zero research or talking to anybody.
And she
And
never
instead,
went live to. She doesn't want any money. She's not asking for money at all. She doesn't need anybody's money. I mean, people can stop with that. She doesn't need anybody's money. Y'all can
what
say
they
what
need
y'all
for you.
want. I don't know how many times I have got on this app and said, I have no reason to lie about anything. They both know I will tell them when they're wrong. I'm not going to do it publicly. I'm going to do it behind the scenes because I don't have to do that in front of everybody. I don't even have to be on here right now doing what I'm doing, but I'm doing it in hopes that people will back the hell off.
So you all should really stop on Reddit. I said I had medical questions. If you look at, thank you, honey. If you look at number 4, I said I did not say that they are lying. I had questions. This is how you critically think and come to a conclusion. This makes more sense. That made complete sense. As soon as she said, I was in the bathtub when we were texting, and I'm like, that makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense. But you guys don't let people talk. You badger, which is why my fucking comments are off. You badger people like you are
And I
entitled to
mean,
something.
and I heard and somebody made the I don't know if they posted it or said it or what, but I seen it or read it or heard it or something. Well, where was I at? Where was Rebecca at? Well, you don't have to watch a grown person 24/7. And I seen somebody make the comment, well, they were outside. They came from outside. No, we did not. If you watch closely, I came from inside of my house into my office into the apartment area where they stay. Never from outside. So you might want to watch things a little bit better.
Do your research.
And
Like
also
if you
another thing. Everybody's saying, "Oh, it's kissing spot, it's kissing spot, it's kissing spot." Okay, Tay plainly stated on a live He did this, already did this one time in Louisiana before she ever came here. So make that make sense. How it's all Rebecca's fault. Now I'm not trying to put all this on T or anything because I love T to death.
But
That's my
at
best
the end of
friend.
the day, she
But
is
at the end
responsible
of the
for
day,
her
you
own
cannot
actions.
take and put blame on somebody else for something somebody does. That's like myself. If I was going there right now and harm myself, it's on me. It's not on nobody else.
Now,
It
it would
is
be
my
on
fault.
you. It would be on you if you were there and she was telling you she was going to do it, and you encouraged it. But
Exactly.
that is not what happened. You cannot.
Exactly.
T is not 4 years old, does not need eyes on her at all times. But it's nobody's fault. As cruel as it says, it's facts, but her own. It was her choice to handle things this way. Nobody forced her into anything. It was a choice. A bad one, yes. Does she regret it? I am sure she does. But you do not need to demand that she, like, I don't want her to go live when she gets out, especially after what I've heard. She needs to heal, and you need to leave these people the fuck alone. And me, Camo. Because obviously, when her best friend is up here sitting in my box, she's got her best interest at heart more than you do for TikTok views over there lying about me and everything else. Sit your ass down. You are not her best friend. She is in this woman's fucking house and you look stupid, Camo. You go through her and I want to see you try.
Hmm. I mean, everybody needs to back off of them and leave them alone. They've
I
been
was
through
never
enough. They're
against
going
them
through enough. I mean, just people need to leave them alone and stop. And people are going to keep on until something else bad happens.
because they're not happy until it does, so they have something to make content about.
Exactly.
It's
Exactly.
disgusting and you're
And I'm
sick.
gonna if if Teresa does something like this again, the outcome's going to be totally different.
It will be. It will be, especially after what I've heard. Her
Yeah.
medical information is none of your business. I have called no hospitals for any information. Other people were wanting to donate, and that's what they were told. So there's a lot other to the story that not even these guys know. So leave them the fuck alone while they figure it out. It's none of your damn business. It's ridiculous for you to all be holding lives over there, Nan and Lala telling everybody how they're lying. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm looking at the 4-page police report telling you the fuck they are. You're the liar. How much money, Nan and Lala, did you make off your fucking live yesterday while you ran these people into the ground? You're disgusting. You should have pulled the police report and that 911 call instead of believing all the shit that you guys post all over fucking Reddit.
And her
I
mother
said,
was absolutely contacted.
let's address that too. You go ahead and fill in that blank.
She was absolutely contacted. Not by just a call, but by FaceTime. Because that was not something I felt we needed to call and tell her. We done it by face to face. And the look on her face was, I can't even explain it. That is one phone call I dreaded making. I've never had to make a phone call to a mother and tell them that. Anything close to that.
That's the worst phone call you can make to a family member, other than they're not
It was
here with us.
awful. It was awful.
And why did you block
Can't,
their
can't
family
even
from the
describe
live?
it because that's not something they needed to hear on a live. I mean, and especially take the chance of her child coming in there.
And they also don't need to see your all's hateful behavior.
Exactly.
They don't need to. That's
Yeah.
why my comments are off. She don't need to see it. I don't want to see what you have to say. If it's disgusting, go put it all over Reddit, like, under your fake, phony identities that make you feel better. Go make more videos about my face for bringing out the truth, Train. Because the police are watching your account for more harassment, you dumb shit. You should stop doing that. You should listen to what I had to say. It's true.
My
But
my truth is out. I mean, it's the truth.
yeah,
It happened.
it is the
People,
truth
they
because it
don't.
makes
I mean,
perfect sense when
I
you
don't
look at
really
everything.
care. I don't care what people believe at this point. I know what happened. My son's girlfriend was here. She knows what happened. Rebecca knows what happened. Um, from what we're being told, there is definitely, some issues with the brain because she
There
did go
is.
without oxygen for so long. Um, it could have been worse than what it actually is, but we won't know. Hopefully, we will know everything tomorrow. Well, today now because it's 1:40 in the morning. But all we can do is pray for the best. I'm gonna stick beside them through everything,
Exactly.
and I don't care who likes it and who don't.
And it won't be all over TikTok with lives being held to drag all of it out there, because the one place that this doesn't need to be for everybody's mental health is all over this app. It is not a fake story. There is more. There is more on this police report, and I'm not going to get into it because it's none of your fucking business and it doesn't belong on the app. But before you come out here and trash people, that's why I listed the questions that I had before before I formed an educated opinion. Like, I tried to list to you all how critical thinking works so you could take a step down my brain, that you make fun of so much, on how I come to researched conclusions. And when I put all of it together and I talk to people and understand exactly what happened, well, then the thumping on the chest makes perfect sense and her gasping and breathing again. It wasn't just on the back. But when people got to stick their 2 cents in, it interferes with the information. So put that in your pipe and leave these people the fuck alone.
And there's no sense in people blowing me up, asking questions, wanting answers. I gave y'all the answers. Y'all know she's okay.
She's alive,
So
and that's all you need to know. She doesn't need to come out here and go live and tell everybody and give
and
updates.
just y'all have y'all's answers. It really happened. I mean, she's okay. There's your answers.
And I hope your morbid curiosity is satisfied. You gawkers, you rubberneckers, you should really stop. You should really
But I
stop.
hope y'all all have a good night because
You
I'm
too,
getting
honey.
ready
You
to
get some
walk.
rest, and hopefully this shit will stop. I'm sure they'll just make up more shit. But
Oh,
thank
I'm
you.
sure they will. You're welcome.
But thank you, and I'm glad she's okay. I am.
Thank you.
All right, baby. You look stupid out there. Any medical questions? God forbid RT comes to the truth. You're welcome. What are you doing? You're supposed to be on vacation.
I am. I seen her come in and I had to come in and get the scoop.
There
What's the
is
scoop?
more. There is more. I'll share it with you behind the scenes, but she did attempt, yes. But what they didn't know, why they couldn't talk to her, she left the hospital. The hospital called the police at 6 p.m. I don't know what happened at the hospital and why they didn't have her in a secured room, but she left the hospital and was going back to the house, and they arrested her and brought her back to the hospital under force because she wanted to go to Kissen. That's all she's been saying is, I want Kissen, but she definitely has some neurological deficits. There's also some more on the police report that I'm just not going to share, but for sure it did happen. But there was more that they didn't know why they couldn't talk to her, and it was because she was arrested and taken back to the hospital. Something happened where
But
she's not.
I'm not saying that it didn't happen. We know she was in the hospital, but my thing is still right now is
What we don't know is how long she was actually down for. You know what I mean? They can
if she
estimate
can
how
leave the
long. You know what I mean?
hospital, why was it said that she wasn't breathing for such a long time?
She
Why was
wasn't breathing. but they don't know how long. They didn't cut her down. She fell down again. It broke. So that's what they heard, but they don't know how long she was hanging is the problem. The story does make sense because of the precordial thump. Only part I heard was the thump on the back. And I'm like, that doesn't make sense. We do this all the time when we can't shock a rhythm. So her pounding on her chest when she wasn't responding to CPR was probably what saved her fucking life and more of her brain, because she's not all there. She's very childlike right now in her behaviors. It did cause some brain injuries. So it did happen. The reason that they don't know everything is because they didn't have eyes on her. You know what I mean? Like the whole time. They're just going off and they're just going off the estimates, right?
It's a sad situation, but why come on live and say things that happen and you don't know? Like there's so many questions still, and none of it still makes sense to me.
See, no. Response here. This right here is a fucking lie, everybody. Response from time of dispatch to EMS on scene was 3 minutes. They called 911. Let's see here. Where was the one that the neighbor called? Because not only did Jessica call, but the neighbor across the street also called. But the one on Kissen's phone was what, 4:17 or 4:18? The ambulance didn't arrive till 4:26 p.m. Let's see here. It was assigned to the officer at 16:25. I don't understand. Let's see here. Caller, how receive 911. See original call time. 16:23. The call came in at 16:23 from the neighbor. So that neighbor call, and was 3 minutes. But Kissen also called. Jessica was on the phone with EMS as well. But there was a lot of other things that happened. Whoever the fuck is on Reddit saying that the Broadcastify, that there was somebody out drunk and screaming, I don't know what county or whatever that they were looking at, but that's a bold-faced lie because there are no feeds available for that area. No live feeds available. So I'd like to know where they got that information to spread around Reddit too.
Yeah.
There's a lot more on the bottom of the report. I'll let you know what it is.
Yeah.
It's not for everybody else, but it'll make a little bit. There's something happened behavior-wise. Big time. There's definitely some shit going on. But they didn't know about it. You know what I mean? Like the hospital had to handle that part. They had no clue what happened after she got to the hospital because there was no updates or communication. You know what I mean? So this was all news to them today when I got that.
Right. Well, give me a few minutes. Give me a few minutes. Let me go in my room.
I will.
And I'll be back.
Okay, honey.
All right.
She is still in the hospital. It wasn't because they were guessing. Quit trying to make this something it's fucking not. Or you're gone. Do you understand me? There is no damn reason anybody owes anybody any medical information, but I can tell you from looking at the report and from my medical experience that there is a lot more that neither one of them are going to know until there's hospital records to look at and explain the rest. So sit down, shut the fuck up, and they owe you nothing. Is it? Somebody that's we need everybody. Really? If we need everybody, like you should maybe not accuse people of shit. I'm a respiratory therapist. This is literally what I do for a living. But yet they want to discredit me. And Camo wants to bitch about me being live at work. If I had a fucking patient to take care of. See, she wants me to go hurt people to take care of. She seems to be upset the fact that, like, we have to wait for patients here. I'm out in remote Alaska. This is not the 48 channel. This is not like every other hospital that has 1 million patients walking into it for everything. We are a bush hospital. I can go days without patients, and then I can have a shitstorm of tuberculosis or whatever. I'm here to educate you because you obviously need some. I'm not out here to rip TeeK and Kissing apart, but the truth needs to be out there so you all stop what you're doing on Reddit. Mental health is very real, and that's why I'm out here. You all claim that I don't care about people's mental health, and then I get messages from the broken teacup chick like this. Telling a liar who is annoying the hell out of me that I would like to sedate and intubate them and give them a 7.5 breathing tube comes from a medical humor, and my nurses will know this one. Oh, wrong one. My nurses will know this one well, because in the ICU and emergency room, this is how we handle your unruly ass. Etomidate, succinylcholine, and a breathing tube. Now, if I didn't give you the breathing tube, that would mean I would want you to suffocate, and I don't want none of those things. That's not fun to watch, and that's not nice. But that's what they did to Nan after 8 hours in the ER. Thank you. All of my medical people in here are going to know, is that wishing somebody unalived like this crazy chick has messaged me? And she's going to put it in her report about me. I never said any of those things. Ever. Ever, never. But you're going to go, you have several accounts, and so does Nicole. And this, you are a reflection. No, I am, like, if I do an interview, I am supposed to say, per our social media policy, my personal views do not reflect my employer. If you have a job, you'd know that. You're disgusting and sick. Your screen recording, your little spliced cherry pick screen recording out of context, I gave you the context and then you nannered my live so people didn't see it. So your little cherry pick thing is what is what you think they all have. When this is really what I meant. Pin on funny. Humor. This is medical humor. Yeah, exactly. And Nan and Lala holding that live the other day, tearing her down and calling her a liar, that's the pot calling the fucking kettle black if I ever seen one. There is more on that report, and if the little troll everybody really knew, maybe they would put that information out there. Did you read the bottom of the very bottom? There was some interesting things that happened that night. You should do further research. That's the humor of nursing and shit. I wear shirts with dark nursing quotes, and so do my nursing friends. See, y'all look ignorant. You're scared of me because I come with facts. Not knowing, Camel, that I've been friends with Jessica for a while, and I've had her back for a long time in this. Longer than you've been around on Kissin's side, because she came to me to protect Kissin from Dirty in March. Where the fuck were you? Oh, you were catching clout on other people's names. You're going to stop that lie. Because I'm out here bringing the truth. And you should really stop chasing people's tragedy for clout. There is no feed for her area on Broadcastify. So whoever that, you know what, hang on, let me just go to Reddit. Who the hell posted last night's live of Cockroach Camo? Oh my God, you guys. Trying to find the right. And of course, I couldn't comment back because I think they bananaed me from lesbian TikTok. I gotta figure out where it was at. But I'll find it. It's bullshit. Whoever that was on Reddit, you're a liar. You're a big fat liar. Trying to see if it's on the Snark page or the other one. I think it's on the T-Snark. So y'all, like, quit cherry picking. If Kissin wants to come out here and let their family know something tragic happened, was it a good idea at that time? Probably not. Probably not. But where does her support come from? Her social family, right? She likes to say prayers and pray for people. We all know this. She doesn't owe you anything. I had questions about the story. It makes a lot better fucking sense now. I am not going to come out here and tell it all to the world. Because you know what? It's not up to me. I can tell you the situation is true. I can tell you there was more shit that happened that they were enlightened to today. I know the medical knowledge and then tearing apart healthcare workers on here. The tearing apart of healthcare workers to justify their addictive drug use is just beyond me. I have been tore apart so addicts can make money off my name and use more. You know the one person not making money out here? Because I have a job where I take my money and help other people. It is absolutely insane. Never did I ever say that I didn't believe them. I had questions about the story, but the medical part, because it's not possible with the time frame that was given. But when I have heard it after people have had time to process trauma, with post-traumatic stress, your brain goes through healing processes. And we're going to go over this maybe during my time off, maybe when I come back. I want to go get my book, The Body Keeps the Score, because there are certain parts of trauma that I think you all need to learn about. And that's what I've done, educated about since I came out on my platforms in 2019, long before you people keep telling me I'm clout chasing on you. Yeah, no. I would never speak to you or keep you in my friends because you're trash. That's all you care about is drama and being trashy. I'm not a trashy fucking human. I'll entertain you with your own bullshit for a minute, but we're going to get down to that's why I went viral. I ranted and then I educated in the same breath. Kept people safe during Rona. They're still messaging me to this day, over 3 years later, because of that damn video. Fuck you, and provide some content that is helpful. I don't care if Trainhorn doesn't like me exposing her felonious lies that she's making and involving everybody in, and taking her friends down because the cops have her shit and are watching her account, and it's got multi-state organizations involved now. Don't believe me, fine. But you know what? I'm going to be out here when all this shit hits the fan going, I told you so, and you all are acting like, look what you did to me. Go look at Train's new videos now and Katie. They're so cute. I don't give a fuck. Because you know what? There's real life shit out here. There's real life stuff out here. And I hope you're behaving yourself in the comments, because I'm not reading them. There's 200 people in here. Just behave. Please. Be civil. Respect each other. It's nobody's fault for what she did other than her own. And that's something she will have to take accountability for. And knowing TeeK, she more than likely will, if she has the mentality to do so. Because what Kissin said on Camel's Live is not a lie. She's childlike in her responses, which means the brain has been damaged. Just like I said could happen with prolonged oxygen deprivation. She has neurological deficits. The word. I never said they were lying. I said I had questions. Because that's what we do in healthcare. We get a situational background, and then we make educated guesses, which is also what the scientific method does, you know, like the hypothesis and all that stuff. And then what happened to our education system? This is public education at its finest. Oh, I do like that. I see that now. It's not theory when I have the fucking police report, jackass. The only thing that's missing is the medical documentation to back it up. Oh, okay. Was it? I got it. I missed part of your. Okay. I see it now. The comments are just everywhere. Sorry. Forgive me. I made a mistake. That's why I'm not even going back to scroll through the comments, because I can go back 20 minutes and then be accused of saying something about something that somebody put in the comments right now, and you don't see what I'm looking at. And yeah, that's so much fun. Oh yeah, let's talk about camo. Why the fuck are you running your mouth about Leanne? I thought it was the wrong address. So if it's the wrong address, why are you so mad at Leanne? Because I have another one in Willow Street in Brewerton, New York. Is that the right one? It wasn't Syracuse? Is it in Brewerton? Because I can send you donuts there too. But see, you're not getting a bonus this month because your research sucks. And RT demands credible research on her team. So you're fired. You're fired from my PR. You're fired from my research team until you can step up the game a little bit and come with accurate information. I might send you like a Bible so you can find fucking Jesus, or a thesaurus and a dictionary. You might get a lifetime. Maybe we should mail her the Encyclopedia Britannica like I used to use as a kid. Maybe we should start at the very basics, because she forgot a few things about research. Leave Leanne the fuck alone, because she is not the one. She's not the one. I promise you. I promise you. You're looking big ignorant over there with your broken little teacup Carrie friend. Because at no point in time did any nurse of 200 and something people in here agree with your me wishing you unalive statement. No, we really like to succinylcholine, etomidate, and a breathing tube, man, until you chill the fuck out. Here's some vitamin A, too. Ativan. Z-Dog MD, working the pole. How many of you nurses know Z-Dog? Working that pole. Ativan, Ativan, Ativan. There's a parody song. I mean, I wonder what they would think of Z-Dog MD. Stanford trained. God, they'd probably try to cancel him, but too bad he manages his own platform too. They'd probably cancel the doctor. He's got tons of parody videos about your cancel culture ignorance. Oh yeah, my posture. I gotta hold my posture so I don't act out of character in public. This woman can't even use the right words. She was gonna hold her composure last night, and it's her posture. They're so good. And then if I hear one more person use a motorcycle club as a threat against anybody on this app, and then use the actual MC's name, because the black and white doesn't really appreciate their name just being thrown around willy-nilly on the app without them being consulted first. I should know their family. Fuck. What is wrong with you people that you think that this shit's okay? Who hurt you? Nobody owes you anything. It's that sick, morbid curiosity of society. You know, they worry about our dark humor, but their dark, morbid curiosity is okay. You would hate to be in the field with military and frontline workers. I'm going to tell you that right now. You would just be offended. Was I in? I don't even know who you are. How? Let me pin it, because I don't even know who the fuck you are. Was I in your live running my mouth about? No, not that I know of. Never have I ever. Strawberry short. Still no. 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 And also, like, you all, when people have opinions, they're allowed to have them, and they can talk to whoever the fuck they want. When you try to tell people, you're not my friend if you go over there, because they're trying to get accurate information, that makes you look like the shitbag. And they stay here where the research and the facts are. And you lose your support with that. So you should stop that. Because I don't tell people. Camo told everybody. If anything, if that woman opens her mouth, it's a fucking lie. She's a mini Nan with less class and no teeth. Who sits there and makes fun of no teeth. It's the hypocrisy for me. Oh, her Xanax and her pain meds, so she's a user as well. That explains a lot while she's sitting here worrying about my job. If I'm not busy, people are alive and breathing and having a good day. What is it I'm supposed to do in a hospital with no people and 30 beds? Go out and club somebody and make them a patient? Because that's assault and I'll get arrested, and I'm not trying to do all that. I don't want patients because that means that they're breathing and alive and healthy. Lip ptosis. Mush mouth from ptosis. Oh my gosh. I am not going to give you information on where they're located to get a copy. It's none of your fucking business. I gave her a copy so the inaccuracies that are there from dispatch can get fixed. Because nobody took her down. That's what brought Kissin into the room. I know her location because me and Jessica are friends. Mm-hmm. Like, she personally sent me her information in May. And that's her house to make that decision on. So I went with that, and that's why I'm not sharing it up here. Because it's not mine to share. It might be a freedom of information, but you get what you ask for on those. And I'm not going to come out here and tell you what to ask for because it's none of your fucking business. Oh, she's not allowed over here. She ain't coming in that box. You all can torment her in the comments. But this is why I put the questions up that I had, because things didn't add up. I had questions, and now I have answers, right? And now I can put together a case and some information. Yes, right here. Thank you. Stop messaging their friends for information. You have the information that you need. She is okay. She has neurological deficits, and she has a lot of, yeah, I'm fine. She has a lot of healing to do. What they don't owe any of you is anything. You have the important information that you need. She's okay and alive. At what capacity is still to be determined. And with brain injuries, the fun part is it could completely change a personality. Thank God she still knows who Kissin is. That's probably why she left the hospital and probably did it like fighting tooth and nail if we know TeeK. We'll know more when we get hospital records, or when they get. And if they come out and tell the story, that is up to them. It is not up to me. But there is more, and they did not know about the other information, and that's kind of important to know. Can she heal? I mean, the neurologic, the brain can form new pathways. It can, but like the brain is like the most misunderstood and unknown organ. We don't know is the honest answer. That's the one organ that is still like the biggest medical mystery. I have seen people with direct objects all the way through an eye socket go through the brain and never have a fucking problem one. And then you have somebody with a little bleed somewhere and it gets completely, they're gone. Lights, no two injuries are the same. Brains are so scary. She probably will be in therapy, rehabs, all sorts of things. So what she needs is your love and prayers. And she does not need your hate telling her, oh, you deserved it. Because there's some sick bitches on here doing that shit too. I go for the truth. And as soon as I heard it, I went right to where I knew I could at least start. And when I opened that damn report today, same with people who have strokes. I have elderly that collapse and sustain injuries to the head from ground level falls that are gone. Then I have people that fall 30 feet off scaffolding without a damn broken bone. Like, I don't know. They baffle us every day. Like, how are you even still alive? The FOIA report, have you ever heard of the Freedom of Information Act? It's public information, the 911 call and the police report, because I know where to go get the truth. You don't. But Reddit's over there fucking making up lies. So what am I going to do? I'm going to go get the truth. Because you are entitled to the truth. You can request any public information from any agency. And I suggest you go get a court case and shit like that before you come out here off of an instant checkmate report. That's a starting place. When you guys use instant checkmate and all that shit in camo, my 7 evictions, did your stupid ass listen to Rock and Rodeo again? You should look at those 7 evictions. How did I get evicted from the same address 7 times? Don't you think they would have learned the first time? That's all you have on me is 7 evictions that don't even exist because I wasn't evicted. They sold the mobile home park. Like, you should go to the actual address and see who used to own that mobile home park prior to those dates, and then look who owns it now, because you look fucking stupid. It's not my job to do your work for you. I done told you. I done told you who my employer was. I told you when you told everybody that was a Credit Karma loan, that my employer and my employer ID number were on the bottom. And your dumbass comes out 2 hours later. I think I've narrowed it down to 2 hospitals. Bitch, you've known who it was. All of Reddit knows who the fuck it is. My recruiter's name and information was put up there and you're still looking? Bitch, please. You look ignorant. You're fired. You don't do your research. That you don't pay your bills. I also heard, yeah, she threatened to punch me if I ever came to New York. Well, I hope you come to the TV studio. You failed. Go take another pill. It's apparently affecting your brain. Oh, yeah, she's emailed until, yeah. Yeah, and it's harassment because when I let my recruiter know when it wound up on Reddit, I asked her to forward it to the authorities, and they did. So anything that comes in after this is harassment. People have been warned. They've been told. They do not confirm my employment here. You need to have a signed release from me that you can give out that information, and I don't consent. So if she says that she talked to my employer and talked about me to somebody, she's fucking lying, because they're going to say she doesn't work here and I can't confirm that. So then Camel will come out here going, she doesn't have a job there. Well, it's our policy that they don't give that out. Yeah. They also said I'm not an employee. I can see train horns deflecting about the search and seizure of her fucking devices. Trying to cover her ass with her friends that she's going to take down and get in trouble for conspiring in her bullshit. So stop your bullshit on this app. I'm done with it. We're going to educate about why these things keep happening. Because here's the problem. We're going into an election that is, like, I remember the last one. It was full of emotional reactions. All of lesbian TikTok drama is against T. Bailey right now for being a conservative. Why don't you go and attack every other LGBTQ plus conservative who doesn't agree with you pushing your sexuality onto children and exposing them to nude people? Most people don't get down with that activity. It's not your identity or what you identify with that's the problem. It's how you're identifying with children that's the problem for most people. People are allowed freedom of thought without being bullied and harassed. That's why we have different perspectives and different moral compasses. We're going to start talking about why those things are and how to build some tolerance for indifference, because people can't handle anybody. Like, they want to hear their words coming out of your mouth or they cancel you. The most in that post were, I downvoted a lot of people. There was only 2 or 3 upvotes at the time that I read it. Literally read it on Reddit. At the time when I saw it this morning. It's okay to be different. What you need to do, how that needs to be handled, and how T. Bailey handled it. You want to talk about it, or are you going to make stupid accusations and call people names? Because not everybody has the same moral compass. We're going to compasses are and like where those fall, and that it's okay to be on the opposite side. The right and left wing are still on the same bird. You look stupid out there. Imagine how the election is going to go with this mentality of people. Yeah, the whole cancel culture is fucking ridiculous. Like the entire cancel people, that because now they're going to cancel Nicole and I. Camo's going to start a page to cancel me and Nicole, because the last petition against me worked so well. With Camo's stellar research, I'm sure everybody's going to believe all of it when I'm sitting here going, here's everything to refute her shit. Cancel Camo. Like, I wish. Like, don't make me sick, Nicole, on her accounts. We'll all be over there. She won't have an account to go live on. This is ridiculous. Like, people are allowed, like, free speech, right? But when you're sitting here trashing me and I'm showing all the evidence against what you're saying, you still keep on. Fuck you. That's your personal opinion. Did you realize I was attacked by Nicole and Mac as well? Do you remember me being on the receiving end of that? So speak for yourself. What you should be asking yourself is what causes people that severe of a reaction? Because the people that you're trying to defend, who also harassed Nicole, were pretty vile behind the scenes themselves. Nicole just brought it out to the light and was vile herself. If you're going to say nasty shit, you better be prepared to get it back, because I'm going to rip your ass wide open with the same shit. I will go down a rabbit hole so vulgar you will be like, holy fucking shit. Don't open that can of worms. Approach people with respect and you won't get served the same shit. Do unto others as you would have done unto yourself. And what you keep forgetting to ask is, what did they do first? Make sure you have the context. Neither are you, Dana. Like, who the fuck are you? Get a job. Apparently the truth hurt that bitch. Yes, what he has said, but you know what? What was said about his first? Do you know what was said, Tennessee Chick? Do you know what they said to him? First? Why don't you tell people, okay, see, that's the other part you're not. They told him that they were going, he's got a deceased son, right? That they were going to unbury his corpse and SA his mouth. That's why Mac responded the way he did. Because they talked about his deceased child and fucking it in the mouth. Yeah. Isn't that disgusting? So does the response that Matt gave make a little bit more sense? Thank you. That's what they're not telling you is what did they do first? What did they do first? But here's what they do is I'm going to reset. Reset. Tap it, tap it, tap, because obviously they don't like the truth being told about what they said. But that's the truth. Damn, the haters are strong. The truth comes out, and I get flagged. That's so cute. That's okay. At least I get to download that live before, I was getting ready to say they report you to get the truth down because TikTok doesn't let you keep your live recording. So that you tell the truth and they report you so the truth doesn't come out. Hi! I was just getting ready to say that once you tell the truth like that, like they didn't want people to know that that was out there, all the videos that people have done trying to explain what they said to cause Mac's reaction was either one of them right? Oh, fuck no, that was disgusting. Like that didn't need to happen. But because they went that low, that's what Mac and Nicole did. Remember that. When I heard the broadcast about that live that night and the accusations, I stopped and I went over to listen to what happened. Because my first question was, that's a pretty extreme reaction. That's an emotional reaction. Somebody triggered something. Because people don't just come out and say that willy-nilly, right? That's not like normal conversation that anybody would just throw out there, right? It's comes from an emotional place. So the things that they do, it's called reactive abuse. They're they're weaponizing their own children. They're setting these things up, setting the stage for their TikTok views, and then they go on to use it against you. Never talking about what they did. And they'll deflect with all this smoke and mirrors all over TikTok, making videos about you. Fuck you, Train. Fuck you, Camo. Fuck you, Katie. Fuck that whole side. Have fun. Take each other down. You're nothing to me. But I'm not going to let you sit there and act like you're Kissin's best friend when I know her best friend. And she ain't impressed with your ass. You're not going to be riding on Kissin's coattails much longer on this story, bitch. I'm fixing it for you. Lord bless it. Jesus, I fixed it, bitch. There is plenty more information to this that is seriously nobody's business. I am satisfied that, for the most part, they know what happened and that they're going to be able to fit the pieces together that they don't have answers to real soon. They were not aware of some of the things. All right, honey. You are welcome. And I'm here to answer logical questions. I will answer them with respect. Snowflake. Like, they get so cancel culture-y with these names. No snowflakes here. Snowflakes melt when it's hot, kid. Fuck, there goes Tom McDonald lyrics again. Like when I start throwing Tom McDonald out there in lyrics and respond to these people, I'm done. But we're going to talk about what leads people to behave the way that they do. That's where my platforms are going. So make sure you pick up the RT Says Education page. There's no profile pic on it yet. I got to organize it. I'm going to be doing a lot of education there. I have the Adventures in America 1776. All my travel will be going over there. The clapback channel is good. Obviously, it's going to be clapbacks, right? The other two we're just going to kind of integrate and utilize as needed. But I haven't been posting content because they report it. When you tell me XYZ, I can tell you medically what would have happened, but when you leave a lot out, it changes. Exactly. It's an omission. And exactly like listening to what I was listening to didn't make sense. Getting the report and being able to talk to somebody outside of the immediate aftermath, when the brain is working through processing that trauma, things change. You remember more, and it's important to not sit and judge people. I'm doing good, honey. We're just debunking a lot of lies, and I need you people to leave them the fuck alone. There is no reason don't block all the sneakies. People need to hear the truth. Just, if they're not responding, just mute them. Don't block everybody. Or they don't get the information out there. That's the truth, and that's the problem. I need truth. Just mute them. If they're not doing anything rude, just mute them. Thank you. A lot of people don't like my lesson. TikTok and Reddit keep my work busy. People don't get they breaking laws with their crazy internet. And you work in cyber crimes, correct? Because this is seriously what this is cyber fucking terrorism. That's really what this is. And the original reason I came out here was because of a woman doxing my best friend, shared her DD-214, dog tags, and all that shit. I come out here and share the story, and now this woman's got multiple more felonies. State agencies are involved. State's Attorney General's office. And she thinks it's funny. Still making videos about me and other people. And the cops are looking at her shit all the time. They have access to her accounts. They've subpoenaed and shit. Just confiscated her cell phones, and she's still doing it. And it's going to take down all of her friends. And it's just like, have fun. I don't care what you post about me, because all you're doing is creating more evidence for the police. Like, you don't believe me yet. I guess when you are in major fucking trouble in court, you will. And these people think that the longer it takes, it means they're going to be out of trouble. She would have already been through the court system had she stopped doing this shit. She doesn't like me because I come out here and tell the truth. Like, she's literally told everybody, I don't live in Alaska. I'm not a respiratory therapist. I don't have a job. I live in my dad's basement. The list goes on and on. I have all of the things. There's no license required in the state of Alaska. We are credentialed through a national board. There's only 700,000 residents in this state. Not all of them are full-time. She's looking for my employer, and she's had it on the Credit Karma statement where she says it's my loan. My employer and ID number are right underneath that. But she's still looking for my employer. She has it narrowed down. What? You have it. All of Reddit has it. Why are you late to the party, bitch? She just needs, like, they all need to talk about me to make money. The only person not making money on my name is me. Because I'm not out here running ranks, doing gifts. I have a job. Apparently they don't like that I sit out in the middle of Alaska in the bush, practically in Russia, waiting for people to get hurt. Apparently I have to go out and hurt them to have a job. To her. Yeah, makes sense, right? Threatened, like, supposedly I threatened, or I told her she should go unalive herself, when I literally said, because you're so, like, ridiculously stupid and you need to shut the fuck up, succinylcholine etomidate in a breathing tube. Because this is a regular medical humor meme. But then I get messages like this from her friends. over that statement? At any point in time, did that sound like I said any of that? Carrie? Broken little teacup? Where's your page, by the way? What happened to it? Everybody's been looking for your broken little teacup page. Can't find it. I never said that. I never said that. Never said that about camo. Nothing. What did you cherry pick and try to form a narrative on again? Intubate her, yeah. Did she say incubate? Did she say, okay, this is literally the meme that I was pretty much quoting. I was just using in any nurse or critical care, anybody will tell you that's the meds that we use. At least I offered the breathing tube because you know what happens with a paralytic, because your muscle, your diaphragm is a muscle. You paralyze somebody, you have to breathe for them or they suffocate, right? So at least I said a 7.5 breathing tube, which would be the accurate size for somebody like her. Does it make it make sense? Oh, cherry picking. Cherry picking. Context is always important. Yeah, we also, oh shit, posture. I heard about the posture and composure fuck up too. Like maybe she should worry about not being live on Xanax on the internet, mispronouncing things and slurring her words. Because Nicole reported her for being drunk on live because she was slurring her words, and she's like, if you can't talk to me, then you shouldn't be on TikTok. And the thing with Jess that I did not hear, because I was sent clips, they're short because some people can only screen record for a minute and a half, others can do unlimited. There's only so much you can send into text, right? So I don't have internet that's really spectacular here, and I did not have it at the house yet where I just moved. So I couldn't watch the videos. I got to work, watched the videos, and wrote down my questions as I was going through. Submitted for that FOIA immediately. Because anything that is public information over those airwaves for EMS, news, that's how news media gets their information, is through FOIA requests. That was made an act because it was getting very hard to get information from the government. So they created a fucking law that allows you to get it. But you got to know what you're looking for. And the way you all behave out here, I'm certainly not going to come out here and share somebody's address who gave it to me in confidence. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. That's your problem. She has to be, or mixing it with something. If she's slurring her words that much, you should not be so sloppy. Takes the gabapentin and pain meds too. That sounds like a chronic problem. You know who has every reason to take all that shit but doesn't take a fucking bit of it? Me. I've got a steel rod in my back. My son blew out my L4 in labor, which they told me I deserve for being such a rotten human being, by the way. For coming out here and sharing the truth. And exposing these assholes for who they are. Blew out my L4. They had to do surgery. They didn't know that that's what it was. They're like, oh, it's just your pelvis popping in labor. Until it swelled up and occluded my spinal column, and I was pissing the bed, temporarily paralyzed. So they had to go in and remove that. And in September of 2020, I come off the front lines, left Georgia. I was in Toccoa. Came home, had surgery on 9/11. Skipped into my doctor 13 days later, and his jaw was on the floor going, most people are still with a walker after that. Because I had a spacer, microfusion, and a rod and some screws put in. And I went back to work on the front lines. Immediately. He couldn't believe it. And this was an Army hospital. They're used to seeing that shit. I've had left hip bracectomy and IT band lengthening, which I have to have that now on the right, and I'm not looking forward to that. If anybody has any reason to take any of those things, it is I. Motrin 800 is the strongest thing I'll take. Because I don't want an addiction problem. I look at it every day in my fucking emergency room in hospital. We got people drinking Visine, windshield washer fluid, the heat that you put into your gas tank to prevent your tank from freezing. Yeah, All of that shit is happening out here because Americans have brought their bullshit out to a remote Alaskan village for them to abuse the things that you create out here, where we don't have resources for that shit. Yeah. Good job. We're going to talk about all these things. I have like a very high tolerance to pain meds. I don't have enough receptors for the opioids to bind to. So when I go to the hospital, when I can't walk, I need the pain meds to work that they give me, so I choose not to take them unless they are desperately needed. I prefer Toradol. But somebody's mental health, they don't owe you any explanations when she gets out. She does not need to come live. She doesn't need to update any of you. And fuck you on Reddit and TikTok or any other social media platform where you're demanding more answers. You have them. The FOIA literally says unaliving hanging attempt. It's there. There's also a lot more there that's really none ya. It's not. It's not your business. Not at all. And I'm not going to be the one responsible for sharing all that. I don't, it's a morbid curiosity. Same thing happens when you hear code blue overhead at the hospital, which if that happens, it's not a HIPAA violation because it covers the entire fucking hospital, which would also be the people in the waiting rooms for the ER and shit. It's not like, yeah, no patient information. Like they're so stupid about HIPAA too. Yeah, all you can do is pray. From a medical standpoint, it's my nature, especially since I have been talking to them. I want more information before I have anything to say, really. I have questions. I have perspective that where people are coming from and why. Because sometimes when you come out and you are traumatized, you are tunnel vision, you do not see, hear, process shit but what you're saying. So you got to give it time. Stress usually works itself out after 30 days. Anything that remains symptomatic like that after 30 days is considered PTSD. And honestly, we need to quit calling it PTSD. It should be just PTS. Because what you do by calling it PTSD is you are pretty much saying that there's something wrong with that person. Anybody want to inform the audience as to what PTSD actually is? It's the brain's normal reaction to an abnormal situation, so there's nothing wrong with you. It's not a disorder. It should just be post-traumatic stress syndrome. Because it's not a fucking disorder. There's nothing wrong with you. Your brain is functioning just fine and normally and trying to process extreme trauma. And you don't get to tell somebody what's traumatic and what's not. Just because something isn't traumatic to you doesn't mean you can minimize somebody else's trauma. It's not how trauma works. That's why we're all different. We have different body chemistry. And you don't like me for coming out here and pointing all this shit out because it's affecting your gifts. Because people are seeing you for what a shitty person you are, and they don't support you. I mean, let's be real. That's what really happened here. I have complex PTSD. I know what it feels like. That's why I'm out here, educating. Because I can deal with it. I don't give a fuck what those people are making videos about. Because here's the thing. Normal people, when they see a video about somebody like that is so vulgar and horrible, they usually go to that person's account, right? And they go over there and they're like, well, what the fuck are they doing? There's nothing over here. And I've done that so many times. I would jump in the comments and read the comments and join in, and I'm like, well, wait. This isn't what it seems like, right? So then you go do more research, and it's like somebody has cherry-picked, twisted, and lied about the whole situation. loss of your daughter and grandchild. I'm so sorry, honey. Yeah, that's never easy. It's unexplainable. Can't sleep, can't stand a lot of people. I get like after the pandemic and then my marriage, this is the first time I've actually lived in the same house with somebody. But my roommate is a big nerd, just like me. The cats love him, and actually he deals with a lot of depression too. And he walked into work this morning. He goes, "Your wharf was up here, and Ellie laid against his back all night." And he goes, "It was the best night of sleep I've ever had." I might bombard myself into people's lives like a fucking wrecking ball, but I usually leave them better than I found them. They just don't realize the help that they need at the time because you're so stuck in depression and people's bullshit and drama that you can't see what really needs to be done for you. You matter. Which one's your small one, baby? That way you don't get nannered or anything. Is it the shortcake one? Or no, okay, this is your small one. All right. I have one honest request of nurses, doctors, and people in general. If I might. Yeah, sure, honey. You're supposed to be going to bed. Oh, Jesus. Doesn't remember. Oh, my God. I speak on topics based on patterns that I see, whether it be in my emergency room, on social media, whatever. Okay. That makes more sense. Exactly. I had to do that tonight, and I'm going to thank you because I have a perfect example that just happened. When a child is being worked on, don't tell them you are okay. They aren't okay. Sympathy can be given better. This is true. You're telling them I am hurting you, but it's okay. So then when a child who doesn't have the mental capacity of a damn adult is being injured and somebody says it's okay, they think they're supposed to just go along with it. So I have a child that I had to NT suction today and get a sample from for a TB sample. 4 years old. I got report that he bit his mom, kicked the staff, thrashed around. They had to wrap him in a blanket, right? Going in the room, it seems like the child might be on the spectrum. I'm like, we're going to swaddle first. He did not thrash me. He did not kick. He did not bite, and we all had him laughing. You have to tailor your approach to people, and if you can't do that in patient care, you have no right at being at a bedside. I was fully expecting to need battle gear to go into that room, and because of forward thinking, I was able to prevent any traumatic experience for that child other than the NT suction. I told him how good he was doing and that I understood that I was hurting him, but we had, trying to explain on his level what I was doing and why. Because it's not okay to reassure them that hurting them is okay, because then they don't know to speak up in the future. Did you get, what's the account? The shortcake one. Let me look on the other one. There it is. There she is. Children are, you have to handle them with kid gloves, and you have to remember that they are not little adults. They are absorbing the world around them. When your children are on social media and they see adults acting the way that these people are, making fun of other adults, train horn, Katie, they have a picture of my freaking, you know what I grew up with my mom saying? You see this line on my forehead? You kids did that. So you're going to make fun of the line in my forehead and accentuate. Okay, cool. Does that make you feel good? It just shows you what kind of fucking person you are when it comes to hearing the truth about yourself. Because, bitch, I don't give a fuck. Make some more money on my name. And why is Tessie now talking about Miranda? Like, you're irrelevant. She doesn't even know you. She's never talked to you. Are you going to start taking your clothes off and doing duets with her videos too? You're weird. You're all fucking weird. Stop. I'm not posting that shit about you. I am not altering your photos. I am doing none of those things, but your whole content is about me. Aren't you cute? Why don't you go back to your original content? Oh, because you don't have any. Bullying and harassment, your content. And you are being called out for exactly that. You don't like it. Stop doing it. If you don't like it, stop giving me the material to respond to. It's that simple. Just stop. Oh, thank you, baby. So like I said, we're going to go into discussions about why society is acting this way, about shit like this. I'm sick and tired of it. Like, why are we using motorcycle clubs that have nothing to do with online drama? The black and white do not deal with bitch-ass things on the internet like this. You can threaten me with any MC you want that's worth its weight in gold. And I have no fear. My ex was a sergeant at arms in his club. My son's grandfather, my family are all in that club that you keep throwing around out there like a bunch of fucking idiots. Do you guys have a buzzy for kids that... No, we're so small. We're so small. What does it do? Does it vibrate to like help take the sensation away? Like, how does that work? Yes, you should be in bed. I just wanted to give Jessica a chance to clear up shit. Because, like I said, she was... I mean, they have all the unit times and everything. And the response of the ambulance was fast because they're usually closer. It was the police that was a little bit later. But Jess did call. The neighbor called. You know, her call came first. See, right there. And they've done this to each other and beat the shit out of other people. Yes. And what I keep encouraging is, because here's the thing, the lady that I'm going after, this train horn queen, a lawyer for me to go after her for all the harassment she's done wants a $25,000 retainer. So the police's, response is, it's a civil matter. You're going to have to get a lawyer. What poverty level kid who's being bullied or adult has 25 fucking grand for a case as big as the bullying that these people do? They get away with it because they know that people can't afford to defend themselves. And until the state laws change and make this not just a civil problem, this is just going to get worse. You pull up to my house, we a Second Amendment household. There's no questions asked. You're not welcome on my property. It's well known. You want to fuck around and find out? That's not a fun way of figuring that out. I'll tell you that right now. Like, these people need nature and Jesus. Here, have some Alaska. Like, chill out. Just chill the fuck out. But stop harassing people based on what you have tried to pick apart of their life on instant checkmate. A lot of the things that show up on there are not matched completely by name. It's a similar name, or people who were located at that address with you or prior to you. You have to go down the rabbit hole further and do more research. That is a starting point, not the ending point. And these people, oh, 10 out of 10 do not recommend. What am I missing? Oh, rolling up, yeah. 10 out of 10 don't recommend. Oh, man, I love living here. I love living here. I love it, I love it, I love it. I'm hoping to gosh that the solar storm is going on this weekend because I'm going to go up towards Fairbanks on my time off and go chase them. Oh, it should be on everybody's bucket list. Most people come up here and don't leave. We have a different way of life up here. We're very community oriented. We are very active with each other and helping them. Oh, in here, okay. Let me look on, I have this open. Oh shit, I have my other account. Hold on. This is the Ortiz's with 3. I keep forgetting. I should have the other account back here in like an hour or so. Like, I don't even know what emails I've used. Yep. Oh my gosh, good guess. Like, I would hope that Camo goes and takes those 250 conversation starters that I suggested the other night and start working on those on her content and quit making me and kissing her fucking content. Because nobody caused Mo to fake her unaliving. Nobody caused Nan to do anything, and nobody caused TeeK to do anything. Those were all choices that they decided to make on their own. Oh my God. Let's quit faking pregnancies for attention, unalivings. Like, if you can't come out here and, you know, like Missy said, oh, you can't get your 1,000 followers. You know, bitch, I can't get 1,000 followers fast enough when you all keep reporting to my shit and people were listening. So yeah, I make more accounts. Quit reporting them. I had 4,000 followers on the main, 1,000 of my own before I even went live with any of your shit. Like, let's go back to the facts. Like, shut the fuck up. I'll buy 100,000 followers. I don't give a damn. I got yours, Ash. Hang on. Do cruises port out here? I don't think we have anywhere for people to stay. They usually port near Anchorage and down along the Kenai Peninsula. I'm not sure if they come up to Nome. You would have to look there, but out by me, there's nothing out here. There's nowhere for people to like even come do anything. There's nothing here. Stop. Which one, honey? Which one are you trying to figure out? Sick. Oh, I'm like far, 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 far away from there. Far, far, far away. I'm like clear on the opposite side from Juneau. I'm all the way on the far west. We're 54 miles from Russia where I'm at. Yep, I got it, honey. to keep that in mind. Juneau, yeah, they just had a house fall into the glacial dam that burst over there, right off the side of the fucking whole house gone. Yes, they are on the East Coast. They're on the East Coast. I'm in Alaska. I'm 4 hours behind. It's only 11 p.m. here. But everybody keeps like late hours. What's nice is that, since it's only 11, if I go live in the morning, then I still catch my morning crew. Diamede. I have not. I do want to go up there. I do. I was just actually telling people about that last night, that the one island is on one side of the international date line and the other one is like 21 hours, I think. And it's only 3 miles apart. See, we had to like swaddle him because he wouldn't even do the breathing treatment. But when I swaddled first, not during, totally different kid, man. I'm like, yeah, we're just going to do it this way. And he only obviously cried for NT suctioning. It was deep suction. I'm doing an AFB, so. But when you have to have a lot of skills in healthcare. You have to have observational skills. You have to have subjective, you have to have a lot of skills. You have to put all of those things together. And when you observe things and you're like, okay, I have to change my approach with this one, you can single-handedly change the outcome of what's getting ready to happen to somebody based on changing your behavior. You cannot expect a patient to adapt to you. Especially in this culture. Like, this hospital is specifically for Alaska Natives. Really? I'm going to have to go out there next summer. I'm going to probably take my son. I got to get his passport. I think he would dig that. I want to take him on a halibut fishing tour and a river trip, too. I'm just afraid of him winding up in rapids. Exactly. Nurses get mad at us because both parents won't help him. No. I always tell the parent, you let me be the bad guy. You need to comfort them afterwards. They don't need to look at you that you're the one causing this or allowing it. We traumatize people with healthcare. We medically traumatize people. How many times are there people in surgeries who the nurse either stole the medication or just didn't think that they needed to give amnesiac while they're in surgery? Do you know what it's like to wake up and feel everything but not be able to respond because you're paralyzed? It's disgusting how frequently that happens. We have little testers to see, like little electrical things to see if there's any twitching, to see if you're actually out. If you would just bother to do that quick little test, that would be great. Oh, man, yes. I think I'm going to take my dad on one because he's like really, he has a hard time getting around. This is out on the turn-again arm, going down to the Kenai. And I think the tide was out here. But there was a lot of icebergs out there, but I think the tide was out. I can't zoom in on it. But I don't know what people, like, they think that they have some kind of entitlement to information. It happens all the time. Look at car accidents. When you guys drive by car accidents, what do you see? It ain't a bunch of people going slow because they're worried about the safety of the healthcare workers out there or the first responders. It's what happened. We got to see it all. Trust that they're... He's just fucking clawing. It's always on my head. Although I'm sitting in my car right now and I'm kind of happy with that. Trust that there's a lot of traumatic things that there are first responders. I'm not an EMS worker because I don't want to be first on scene to an auto accident, especially out here. You don't want to see that. Homer's pretty. I actually have to go down there. I'm going to probably fly out Thursday. I got one more night of work. I got to go down there with my buddies in Soldotna. I got to go get the rest of my kitchen equipment. So you can speak from experience that there are Lots of things all those rubberneckers wish they would have not rubbernecked at. Because I don't think I could deal with half the stuff that you all do. Decapitations, people through windshields, unalive children from car accidents. I'm sorry. That hurts a person inside. And then they come out here and they see this shit. And then you're going to tear me down for speaking up about it? Bitch, fuck you. You ain't nobody, Camo, Train, Missy. You guys got no content over there other than tearing other people down. You show me something good you've done. Show me something good you've done that didn't come back to bite you in the ass afterwards. You can't. Sit down and shut up. And take a lesson. Because you are going to be a big one, each and every one of you, when her case hits that docket. And I would be very concerned the more months that go by that it's not on one, and it's not because it's getting dismissed. It's because more agencies are involved than you realize. And I said what I said, and I warned your asses numerous times, and everything I have said is happening. Oh, Alaska is fantastic. Like, but come with research. People go out to places like this and go out here and get stuck in the clay, and then that tide comes in and they can't get them out in time, and they drowned. That just happened this year. Don't pet the wildlife ever. I don't care how pretty the moose are. Don't. They're not. They're meaner than bears. Fairbanks, like, are you guys going to be taking the train up to Denali and stuff? Because what's your cruise line? The Princess Cruise has, like, housing and stuff up in Denali, and they will bring the guests up on the train, and then they'll go up to Fairbanks. This is out by me. Oh, I can't wait. One more month and we'll have snow. Norwegian, okay. I get people who fall asleep all the time. My moderators do too. It's okay. Go to sleep, Heather. Go to bed. The meat and potatoes is over. I wanted that out there. I'm not posting out of respect for somebody I do care about and their mental health. This is not the same type of situation as Train. Court cases all fucking day long because she literally created her case on TikTok. But she's not going to comprise my entire platform. She was loving the free PR. I haven't made any videos. Apparently they wanted me to. What, so you can come report them and nanner my next account? No, honey. No, I'm better at this game than you are. I'm gonna give that to my boss because it depends on the what we can get a deal on here, because it's a native hospital, so we're spending federal money, so we usually go with what's cheaper. But on something like that, like having a stash on hand if needed, yeah, for sure, especially on kids with sensory issues. I like it. All right, I'm gonna turn up the radio. You enjoy some mountains. I'm gonna go get my rock star. It is time. Take a bathroom break. Go to bed. Listen to some Dope Lemon. Be right back. Like, just so you know, if you go to your profile page where all your videos, if you have videos are, and you go under your settings menu, under one of those options, here, let me see if I can find it. You go to settings, and there is one for resetting your FYP. I might have to do it on the, oh wait, I have my other phone right here. But there is, I don't know if some of you knew this, but there is a reset my FYP button. To where, like, if you don't like what's in your FYP and you want to get rid of it, instead of unfollowing a bunch of people. Let me see here. God, that Holly girl is shit. No, I don't want you to sync my friends. Go away. Don't do that. Don't sync your friends. Then all their bullshit gets pushed into it. Okay, settings and privacy. Content preferences. Yes. Settings and privacy. Content preferences. Refresh your feed. And then you can also turn on the STEM feed. Science, technology, engineering, and math. It's education channel. That's where you should have it. Turn that on. And then you can just go to that whole feed. And you don't got any fucking drama if you're just looking for something wholesome, educational. There's that. So yeah. Refresh my feed under content preferences. It's right down here. You can get rid of these people. Yes. I try to provide luck. See, that's why they don't like me. They want you, they want themselves in your face, and I'm telling you how to get rid of them, and they don't like it. If you don't like me, get rid of me. I don't care. Change the channel. Do you sit on television and watch people that you can't stand to listen to? No, so why the fuck are they in here recording me? You're weird. Oh, because we're going to bust you. Doing what? Educating people? Talking about your lies? Like, I literally showed my fucking work badge last night. That Credit Karma receipt, that 105051, is literally on my fucking employee badge. Respiratory therapist, like, hi. But that's a loan. I pulled up my pay stubs that show the 2 deposit. One was relocation, one was sign-on. And then my paycheck. Apparently she doesn't like that I get paid to sit here and wait for people to get injured. I don't know how to help that woman. I'm not going to help her. I will help her calm down with a breathing tube and some maybe some propofol. Are you looking for the Jackson juice? The Diprovan? You junkie? You're really picky over there with all those drugs you take. Yeah, I mean, that's like really what she's implying. You know, she wants to call my employer and tell him I'm live educating people on bullshit stories on the internet. From us, you know, oh, you're a reflection of your employer. My employer's literal social media policy on our company intranet is you just need to state my, and that's only in like news interviews. It's not even on here. I say it to cover my ass because, you know, of cancerous people like Camo. My personal views do not reflect that of my employer. And then I get harassed with messages like that because I'm literally following company policy. They know an awful lot about my job for not fucking working here. I would, you know, when I'm not busy, that's a good day for people. I would have to go injure people to have work. And apparently that's what she wants me to do. I can't create work that doesn't exist. But I do need to be here for when they air ambulance somebody in, which can happen at any time. Boat wrecks, I had somebody come in a few weeks ago, paralyzed, broken neck, broken back. From a fishing boat. ATV wreck, pelvic fracture. We had to airlift out of here the other day. It happens all the time. Pelvic fractures are serious shit. Apparently people need to get injured for her to be happy, and that's sadistic as fuck. And she should stop that problem. It's sick. Tearing apart my job and career because she can't do her research is sick. So hell yeah, she needs a fucking ventilator. You're annoying as fuck, lady. And you don't even know what you're talking about over there. That's the bad part. This is still my favorite pick. That's up near Fairbanks. I just love the color of the sky. It looks like a painting. Yeah, that's why they hate me. I'm living my best life in the state that I didn't live, remember? Remember I didn't live in Alaska, I lived in my dad's basement and I was lying to you. That was their narrative. I just suddenly got back to Alaska with all my shit and all the people who know me already. And, because I didn't live here. Does that make any sense? Hey, girl! So, I'm hoping a lot of medical questions, and I know that people... Damn it, what did I do? Thought I unplugged the damn computer. What are you doing? I know a lot of people don't understand what a precordial thump is, or why we would even do it. But that literally is what Jessica did. When I found out that she thumped her on the chest several times because CPR wasn't working. And when you are freaking, this is why we do not work on our loved ones in healthcare. Because your emotional brain overrides logical thought. And she said, was I performing? And she was honest. Was I performing effective CPR? Probably not. I was doing everything I could. Somebody I love, you don't go into clinical mode and train mode when you're not used to doing these things all the time. Even with the military, it's hard. They freeze. Oh, girl, you're fine. If people fall asleep in my live, that's what I'm looking for. My voice is relaxing. I play chill music and pretty pictures. You're fine. Nobody needs to apologize. What I need to do is go through my booted list to see who else got blocked that didn't need to be. Unfortunately, it has to happen that way when trolls come in and want to report. Oh, these all look pretty valid. I mean, at least if you're going to have a sneaky, have more than just your gaggle of friends following you, really. Yeah. 21 followers, 7 followers. Yeah, I don't see anybody who... Yeah, I think she got most of them. I don't mind sneakies being in here, but when 200 fucking people are in here and I'm getting flagged for harassment and bullying while bringing the truth, you all need Jesus. Woke up in your lives and fell asleep. I would rather people get some relaxing stuff. I am so sick and tired of the rumors, because the rumors hurt people. I knew that there was something else to the story, and there is a lot more that's not being told. That's really nobody's business, but it just adds to the truth of the story. That's all that needs to be said. They will get the answers they need that they didn't have based on what they're seeing here. Yeah. So we're not going to continue to just berate somebody on the internet. And again, whoever the fuck on Reddit put that Broadcastify on there saying that, her neighbor called and reported a drunk female screaming. There is no Broadcastify feed for that area. It does not exist, and that is a lie. That is a bold-faced lie, and I knew it the night that I got on because I was looking for another scanner traffic call in a whole different area for somebody. And I was like, let me go check this one. I had already looked. Where the fuck do you think she lives? And you all, I'm sure I'm gonna be tore apart on Reddit for not sharing it. Well, if you knew what you were looking for, I am done doing your work for you. I've taught you how to do your research. You've all come to me for me to do it for you. I've taught you how to do it. I have other things to do. Like teach people how to protect themselves from your drama and bullshit. That's why you don't like me. At least be honest. At least be honest about it. Nobody deserves your hate and negativity. Like when you have people scared to even comment publicly because of the fear of pushback, yeah, Reddit's bad. I only really go over there for like my side gig stuff to see what's going on across the nation with patterns and to see what the rumor mill says. Like I don't go to my snark page. I'm Reddit famous. That's great. I hope you feel good about yourselves. I put this shit up on the one that I run, Trainhorn Lies, but it's not like limited to her. But I really just debunk the lies that everybody tell about me. Like Camo, she's a big one. I just don't give a fuck anymore. Like, they need to leave Ashland the fuck alone. Like, they have their stories wrong. And then I have people, how did you get the police report? What? We have gone over FOIA requests over and over again. And then I get called a stalker for going for the truth. It's something every time. It does hurt people. It does, which is why I want to get to the truth, nick it in the bud, move on. Move on. We all saw Mo and Gina and what Nan did, right? With Mac. Yeah, I was there for that group chat. Mm-hmm. People on this app think everyone knows. Yeah, that's a fact. Nobody owes you shit. You are not that, like, who are you? Hey, Camo, I have to dispense a nebulizer. Does that count as work? I mean, it's in my scope of practice, like, that I have to do this. Is this okay with you? Let me know if I do it fast enough and that you are critiquing my job appropriately for me, okay? Can you? Oh, patient name would be great. I need a name of a patient. They drive me nuts. That's all they do, and it's weird. Do you sit and record all the TV shows you don't like to watch? Do you? Because this is really no different. I mean, are you really that worried about what Whoopi Goldberg has to say on The View or whatever? That you sit and record somebody that you might not like just to hear what they have to say and all their comments so that you can go tear it apart and try to find me lying about something or pick apart my life? I know why you hate me. It's because you can't be me. Perfect timing. Say, Lord have mercy. Yeah, I hope they got some real answers, and I'm sure they're gonna like make up rumors about Jessica. I'm sure Camo is gonna, do her thing. Because she's not Kissin's bestie. Jessica's gonna put a huge stop to that shit. Just remember who Kissin lives with, Camo. It ain't you, bitch. Dear Lord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 names. It's like Hispanic names. I like looking at some of the patient names because I'm so used to, like, I'm Polish, but I just left the border of Mexico, so a lot of people have like 2 first names or something I can't pronounce, and it's like you come up here and then you have a whole different language and the letters do not make the same sounds that you would assume that they do. So then you wind up like really just, I can't use the word I'm looking for, unaliving them, the words and names, because it's so bad. You mangle them. How about that? Like, never should I ever try to pronounce these things alone. But I am always out here to answer questions. I am easy to talk to. What I don't deal with is the hate and negativity, and I will push back against it. We're going to talk about the root cause of it. How to not emotionally react like they do. Not everything needs a reaction. This does, because these people need to be left alone. Did I have questions? Yes. Based on what they had done with Mac? Yes, we all have questions. There's a lot of assumptions that are being made. It's like a brainstorm. Y'all remember brainstorming where you draw the little thing and then you branch off all these different things? Yeah, that. What I typed out was a brainstorm. Camo took it upon herself to twist my fucking words. Don't do those things. Because then RT comes out here with the truth and you look big fucking stupid when I bring somebody who was there with me. She thinks she's gonna get close to kissing with this. I'm gonna fucking move this close. Yeah. Tired of it being on my head every time I turn around. Damn. Like, no. The hate, you know, and what are you hating people over? Like, what are you so angry about? Yeah, things happened. It might not have happened the way that it happened, or in the time frame, and that's why I had questions. Things make a lot more sense now based on the more information that I have. She had issues before. It is like, my ex-husband calls me borderline. I was misdiagnosed as borderline and bipolar. Called it for years. Well, I've been dealing with PTSD untreated since I was a kid. I don't have that diagnosis anymore. It's complex PTSD. But, you know, my ex-husband seems to think that he's such a great fucking doctor and that he has all of my medical records. You don't. You know, and so Nancy, the donkey, goes and spreads rumors that aren't true based on shit she doesn't have. There are a lot of cross symptoms that can match a lot of these things. And that's where misdiagnosis happen, and that's why you need a good provider. And you also need to communicate with your provider. A lot of people don't. As I just spoke to my son today, I said, make sure that when you talk to your doctor and he asks you how you're feeling, if you're struggling in school, that you let him know so he can adjust your dose. You are the one who has to let him know. I love this. Like, my daughter got me turned on to this station. So relaxing. And it's kind of better than the easy listening that we all hear. It's just nobody deserves this kind of behavior. Nobody. Like, there's nothing that she did that's bad, that she didn't come out here asking for money. Nothing. Prayers. Prayers is all she wanted. That's all she wanted was prayers. They need nothing from you. They asked for nothing from you but prayers. If you are the praying type, that's all they asked. They tried to tell the story the best that they could remember it with the information they had at the time. And remember this, while they were live, I don't know what time she went live, but she said about an hour and a half after everything. At 6 o'clock is when they were arresting her around the corner trying to walk back. Imagine if Kissin would have seen that and known at the time. How that would have made her feel. Knowing that her fiance was coming from the hospital because she needed her so much and that they arrested her and took her away. How do you think that would have made Kissin feel to see that? None of you think about those things. What about her son? I'm going to leave some music on. I'm just going to run this nebulizer down and teach a parent how to use it, and I will return. Let me give you some Northern Lights pictures. Give me like 5-6 minutes. Go to the bathroom, come back, chill, go to sleep, enjoy the vibe. That's what I'm here for. There we go. I'll be right back. All right, guys. Thank you for staying. Hi. Sorry, I had to actually go do like 2 minutes of work. I think I got permission from Camo to do all those things. Oh, I need to... Shit, do I have your email address, Nicole? I don't think I do. Message me your email and I'll forward that to you so you can see it. And then scroll all the way down the bottom. You'll understand what I'm talking about. But message me on Facebook because this phone has no service. How was Hawaii? Are you there yet? Yeah, the extreme emotion that went into that. I mean, was it a good decision at the time? Probably not. But when you weren't there, you know what I mean? There's a lot of things that, you know, when you think of 9/11, let's think of 9/11. Everybody kind of experienced that together, right? Everybody had a different perspective and everything. So is the weather nice? I was looking at those temps, kind of jealous. Like I could handle that. What's the sand feel like? Is it like fine or is it grainy like ours in Michigan? Okay. Text it to Facebook though, so I can get it, because this one for Verizon has no service suddenly. It only works sometimes during the day and evening. It's great. But I'll forward that right over to you. But I want you to look all the way at the bottom. I'm curious about the sand, because out here our sand is like, it's silt like the desert. And in Michigan, we have nice grainy sand that you can make sand castles with and stuff. We have good beach sand. It's becoming more and more rare because of the wind erosion. It breaks it down. And sand, you know, like that's what you make glass from, right? Well, when you have a shortage of it, it's real fine. Is it dusty and powdery? They can leave everybody alone. And that's why I just want the truth to get out there to the right people who aren't just going to go smear it everywhere. You know what I mean? I don't think Nicole would do anything like that. I think when she sees what I'm talking about, there's a lot more. And we all need to pray for what she's about to go through. It's going to be a long recovery, if she can even fully recover from the deficits. There are deficits, 100%. So she was definitely deprived of oxygen. There's no doubt. Are they still, what? Are you fucking kidding me? They're messaging Landon? You all are some sick SOBs. We white shirt Landon in those lives when the content is not appropriate for him, and you are dragging it like sick freaking... Landon is her son. Is he autistic, honey? I don't want to give him the wrong diagnosis, but he's he's adorable as hell, but he's an adult, but again, childlike in the mind, right? Not able to process all of this. He's not mentally capable of that. He's just a happy boy, but he's an adult. Yes. And because he does come on, he does have a TikTok, but he is allowed in their lives. But when the content is not appropriate for him, we just tell him, white t-shirt Landon, and he leaves. He understands what that means. But now you have people on the internet messaging his private account because they know that he is developmentally slow and that he cares about those individuals looking for updates. You are fucking sick people. Mom moderates the account. You know what I mean? She is very, 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 very on top of it. They are very protective of him, and it's very appropriate. You know what I mean? But to message him, of all people, you all are fucking sick. You know how we handle that live whenever he comes in. Whenever he comes in. I can't believe they are that sick and disgusting. Oh, I'll be making a post about that too. Oh, I'm disgusted. That's how sick people are. To get that information. She's alive and breathing with deficits. And that's all you people need. Oh, don't even tell her right now. Don't. Just hold off. Little bits at a time. Don't overwhelm her. That's gonna set her off. Like she's not gonna be okay with that at all. I already know that. No, you all need to stop. Yeah, he doesn't know. And so him not knowing anything and then you all messaging how they're doing is not helpful to him. You need to treat him like he's a child. His mom does. We do. Out of respect, because we're adults. And you sick adults on here are messaging somebody with developmental deficiency. Not even that. It's not, if it's autism, it's just a social disorder. There's not really any developmental disabled anything. It's a social disorder. But he is slower and doesn't understand. And he is treated as such. We are responsible with him. All of us are respectful of him. And that is a rule in their life. And you sick people looking for information go to a child to get it? The very children that you want to protect from these type of things, you go to them. Unbelievable. Are they even doing it under their real accounts or are they doing it under sneakies? That's disgusting. You all should be ashamed of yourselves, each and every one of you. Unreal. They will go to no length. I will not put that on Reddit. I know Nicole will not put it on Reddit. I do want her to see what I'm talking about, but I know that I can trust that she's not going to put it up there. And Jessica has it. I'm not forwarding it all over the place. Obviously, somebody in here already has it because they've pulled it as well, because they're leaving little tidbits in my live earlier and they got booted. So you have it, obviously. Are you going to be the shitbag that does it? Yes, and as you well should. You've told people before, yes, he's 18, but I check his account. And I've heard you in there. That's how I met Landon, was you introducing him that way, as a matter of fact. You guys pretty much do it all the time. Every time he comes in. People who are new are reminded. And to do that is just terrible. Do you know how Landon would feel, guys, if he found out what happened? It would devastate him. He adores kissing and TeeK. So you want to hurt a child? For your disgusting, morbid curiosity. That's why I need you there and not Cancer Camo. She needs to just not come on the internet with this. Like, seriously, she doesn't even need to look at it. Deactivate the Facebook, all of it for right now. Focus on them. You're here. If you want to come out and give an update and provide an update, that's great. You know what I mean? Have an intermediary, a spokesperson. Families who go through tragedies, after all the media and press coverage, they usually find somebody for PR to not deal with the overwhelming stress. It's too much. It's too motherfucking much. Like I'm flabbergasted that anybody thinks that this kind of behavior is okay. I truly am. I don't know where the people from Reddit got this Broadcastify information. Like, they are just making shit up. It's just like the news media. They don't care if it's the truth. It's the first one out here to report on it. They'll fix it later. Well, the problem is with fixing it later, these people don't let you keep the truth up. They report you. They report your lives. They report your videos. They get your accounts taken down. Anytime you say the truth, stop doing that if you have nothing to hide. Yeah, and I'm worried about Jess. She has Addison's. One of the first people I got out of a domestic situation off of my Journey of a Combat Veteran spouse page has the same disease. She had a friend who taught her how to reconfigure a diabetic insulin pump because insurance wouldn't pay for the type of device that she needed. So they reprogrammed a diabetic pump to infuse her steroids. When you have to take high doses of steroids, you balloon up like a fucking whale. You retain everything. Water, all of it. It's a great drug, but then again, it's not. Do you know how depressing it is for Jessica to look back at her pictures and then be diagnosed with that disease and see what that medication and treatment has done to her body? She looks in a mirror and doesn't even recognize the person that she's fucking looking at anymore. She can't even do the things that she loves. Her daughter was just diagnosed with a very serious life-limiting disease. And this is what you all want to do. On top of the other things that have happened. This is what you all choose to do with your fucking time. Think about their mental health too and what they're going through. Their kids, their friends, their family. This ain't about you. I'm so fucking disgusted hearing that. I am. That is low. That is so low. To even think that any of that behavior is acceptable. And then to come out here and make accusations about somebody else. Like, what? Say what? You're that desperate to, like, you just can't wait for info for the family to be ready to talk about it. And again, they blocked TK's family from that live because nobody needs to be exposed to that. They had talked to the family prior to going live, FaceTimed. They were aware. The person who needed to be most aware was aware, and that's mom, next to kin. Every cousin and Tom, Dick, and Harry down the line does not need to know. We don't call everybody at the hospital. We call your next of kin. And because they're not married, mom is next of kin. I hate to break it to you, that's how it works. Lord bless it, Jesus. How is any of this okay? Jessica has always been upfront, open, and honest with me. That's why I had her come in the box the other night to help answer some questions that I had. And then you got Maymay and Nicole going at it, and that's why I booted Maymay. Because Nicole was fine till the shit started. Like, if she would stop doing that, Nicole would stop. I mean, it's this great thing that happens, and I'm not here for her. I like Nicole. Misunderstood. And it's just like nobody knew what was told to Mac about his child and what somebody wanted to do to that child. And of course, I tell you all, and I get flagged for harassment and bullying because you didn't want the truth as to what you said to trigger that response from Mac. I would have been vile and vulgar towards you too. Only I would have got a lot worse. My friends are all in the military. I know vile. Yeah. You're lucky I didn't hear that shit. Quit weaponizing children and putting them in your fights. That makes you a shit human. Quit dragging other people's children into your shit. Ooh. I think I can put it, maybe. Yes, I can. Alrighty. And Jessica, we are all here for you. It doesn't even have to be on TikTok. You and I talk all the time privately behind the scenes. It's like, it doesn't need to be here. I don't expect anybody to come on out here and divulge anything that they don't want to. But what I wanted to do was to get the truth that everybody's got mixed up right now. We're going to fix that. You know what I mean? Like, that was a bull-faced lie. There's a reason I had questions, and I was right. These are the exit instructions. Ay, caramba. It is never okay to do what y'all are doing. To think that anybody is entitled to any of that information is insane. That information at that hospital about her condition is protected. It's private and protected health information. PHI. If she does, like, we don't even know if she's going to have the mental capacity of an adult to make her own decisions right now. How about that? How about that? There's a lot of what ifs right now, and the only thing that can happen that TikTok does not understand is time. They need time. You all don't allow people time because you expect life in this app like a bunch of addicts addicted to the slot machine effect of pulling down and refreshing that screen to see how many views and likes you got. That's all you can like focus on. You're not even looking at like reasonable expectations of time, and healing are months and months, sometimes years. And you expect it all to happen right fucking now. On demand of your expectations. Who the fuck are you? You have no medical background, Camo, to even be cutting me down and telling me what I should or shouldn't be doing. And I don't want to run your ventilator. I would like have to decline report on you as a patient because I would never want to be responsible for that because nope, that's a conflict of interest. I would never run your ventilator. You're going to sign a DNR? Good. Good. We won't have to waste resources on reviving your bullshit. And I'm just responding to the comments that she made last night about me being her RT. Hi, honey. Tennessee. Go Bulls. Obviously, after, 13 years, multiple, like awards and stuff, I don't have a problem with how I interact with my patients. I don't have a single write-up about my interaction with a patient. A shitty coworker is another story, and how they treated a patient and how I responded might have been the problem. There's that. Make sure you get it right. But don't fuck with my patient care. Because everybody knows that I provide superior care. Even when they don't even speak the same language, I still get compliments. So you have no experience to file any complaints on any licenses with any medical boards or anything like that, because they don't give a fuck unless I actually provided care to you. Here's a quarter. Call somebody who cares. because not a motherfucker that you're trying to call gives a shit about what you have to say. What? I already made Reddit tonight saying it sounds like you let cars in a gate. Where? What? We don't have gates here. I'm in a. Can anybody go to Google Earth and just look up Bethel, Alaska, and find me a gate? Please, like, I encourage you to go to Google Earth and look up Bethel, Alaska. Half the cars here aren't even registered. The cops don't pull you over. No insurance. Like, they don't care. There's 5 miles of road here that's paved, and another 11 of dirt road. And that's it. The rest is river. Please find me a fucking gate. That's the tube system. If you've just heard it go by, that's where they tube things across the fucking hospital. I don't think we can put a car in here. My Wi-Fi doesn't work outside. What are they smoking? Which page? The T-snark or lesbian or where the fuck? What? What are we doing? This is funny shit. Damn, they can't get over like 553 members, and Karma T has got over 1,000, and I'm well over 900, huh? Good luck with your petition, bitches. Imagine buying bot accounts because you can't get to 1K on your own. Well, when you keep bananaing 2 of my like main accounts and like people are looking for information, why would I not go buy some more? I'll just keep doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it. I'm sorry you can't afford to. I don't. What page is it on? I don't see it. I just responded to somebody's stupidity about why I don't let somebody in my box when I call them a dumbass to educate them, because I'm not going to listen to the bitching and screaming. Y'all can't behave yourselves like adults. So I'm going to be condescending and a bitch. I mean, we have RT Live at work, a HIPAA violation, which it is not. There's no patient information being shared. Shut up, RT. Why are you so worried about what Trainhorn is doing? I had no issues with her leaving the state. Is this lady really having a conversation with herself? Nope, all of my moderators do. They have access to all of my Reddit accounts. They just like to terrorize them, but I don't see it. She told everybody that she found charges on Nancy. No, I didn't. Nancy doesn't have charges. Like, what the fuck are you? See, this is why I don't go over here. It's all lies. But oops, look what I found on you. Because I wanted to unalive myself based on my husband's abuse, so you're victimizing me and my abuse by my ex-husband. You know, right after, like, later on after that report, I literally tried to jump out of a car after his father passed away, and he threatened to unalive my father if he helped me get a plane ticket home to get away from him. Yeah, what you don't know. No, you don't get to comment on my page because you all can't behave yourselves, and my people appreciate me controlling the environment here. You have my snark page to post your disgusting bullshit on, and you can post your responses over there too. And if anybody gives a fuck to look at it, they'll go. Apparently they really don't give a shit. And it really bothers you that you can't comment, so I'm going to keep doing it. Because it bothers you. You should not tell me those things. But where is that? No, you don't. Research is a good way to, like, learn how to do it for free. And then you don't got to pay somebody until you get to a certain point to get more. Oh yeah, that's my snark page. Like, oh, there's a petition against me too where I went and promoted every one of my accounts on. I responded to everybody that was over there and just put my accounts like, hey, you can come find me here. Make sure to come cancel me here. Thanks for the free PR. Make sure to cancel me here. Yeah, that's what I do. I'm an asshole. The whole one. But, like, I don't see that, there's nothing in the past 24 hours or anything about a car and a gate. Like, I don't see it. Can you forward it to me somewhere? Yeah, send me the screenshot. I gotta see this shit. I do. Misty Huffman 79. This is funny as fuck. That's why I don't even go over there. Nothing on that page is remotely accurate. Remember, oh no, you're not getting, you're not. You're fine. This is funny shit. This is so funny. RT says Train got more charges. Can anybody confirm? You will get them confirmed when the case hits the docket. That's the great thing about victims' rights, bitches. You're not a victim. But go put yourself in her path and make one, and then you can get updates on your shit. Until that hits the docket, it's a BNAT case, and they're not retrievable for public information. Just her arrest, and that's it. And they can take forever to indict her. It's a felony case. They don't have 6 months. There is no time limit on indictment, and the longer it takes, the more fucking trouble you're in. Not the other way around, contrary to what they're out here telling people. But go ahead and believe the felonious addicts over there. It's worked so well for all of you so far. Fuck. These people are just insane. What, did somebody look stupid and go take it down? I mean, I can't imagine that happened. Ignorant people don't usually have the intelligence to change. Oh, shit. Did she have cockroaches in her live on the wall? Oh, okay, hang on. I'm trying to figure out what the hell is going on over here. Like, this is how little I pay attention. But I love when people who want to talk shit about others have, You said follow request, right? Figure out where it's at on the computer. There we go. Okay. I followed you back. It says requested. Like, you should probably make sure you don't have cockroaches running up your wall while you're live, guys. And then talk shit about other people. That's scary. The fact that anybody follows her is ridiculous. What are they doing to Odin and Ashley? This is ridiculous. To go to this length to try to, like... Not even... You cannot convince me that she's really... Let me just fucking help people out. Oh my God, Camo. Hold on. Hold, please. Jesus Christ, man. We've already been through this so many fucking times. We're going to go to nbrc.org, which is the National Board of Respiratory Care. She claims she's working in a hospital, yet it sounds like she's just letting cars into a gate. She's been live for well over 2 hours. Am I just sitting in an office playing a respiratory therapist? Is that what I'm doing? Okay. Just checking. Oh my God. Okay, so here we go. Hold your britches. National Board of Respiratory Care. Fucking move this. What does that say? Practitioner portal. My credentials. I earned my CRT on 3/8 of 2010. It expires 11/30 of 25. RRT, which is the Advanced Practice Credential. There's my registry number. That must be the door to the gate, but like what? Like credentialed practitioner. Somebody take a fucking screen recording of that, please. Like, hi, let's go over this again, crazy bitches. Here, let me just help you out. Here, we're gonna Start the screen recording now. I'll do it. Hi. I'm letting cars into a gate. You need help. Quit being jealous, bitches. You're just mad because I have to sit out in the Alaska bush and wait for people to get hurt. I'm letting cars into a gate. You want to hurt their feelings really bad? Let's open my pay stub. Want to do that? Here. Because that's my private information and I'm allowed to fucking share it. Let's look at my pay camo. How soon before she reports the truth? If I get nannered, I'll be back on the RT says what 3. I should be allowed to go on that. So what I'm about to show you here, you go to my Credit Karma that I've shared with you that Camo is telling you is a loan. The fuck? Oh, that's because they screwed it up. That's when they deposited it into the wrong account. Where did it go from? Hang on. That's the same one. That one was voided. Where is the damn relocation one? Okay. They had to like redeposit it because they put it in the wrong account. So like one got voided and then they had to reissue it. Like I said, remember I said I was expecting my bonus on one day and I said they deposited it in the wrong account and I had to wait a few more days? Yeah, I could prove that too. Hold please, because I don't have a problem proving what I fucking say. Relocation bonus. Gross. I told you I had a $15,000 relocation bonus. Bonus. Relocation bonus. See, they had to reissue that. If you look, the 23rd, and I changed my withholding because of it. See, there's the void. There's the void. 34.92 and 97.93.42. Relocation bonus. There's my regular paycheck. I don't think loan companies issue payment that way. You want to really hurt their fucking feelings? This is why they hate me. I've been here since July 11th. My base pay is $48.16 an hour. Shift differential is $2 extra. Weekend pay is $2 extra. So on the weekends, I make $52 an hour to sit here and wait for people to get hurt. You want a good job? Come to Alaska. I share these things because we have 455 open positions out here. And if you can handle remote life, if you can handle, oh, I'm getting reported. Imagine that. Imagine the truth being out here and Camo being wrong. And you're going to report me for the truth. TikTok misunderstood the live. That's my content and my personal information to share, and I do consent. If you can handle being away from your family, I've had a lot of people reach out to me about travel positions because of me being out here speaking. We need you. A lot of healthcare workers have bailed out of healthcare because of everything that happened. We need you here with us. The money, this is a federal position if you're full-time. We need you. I have no problem sharing my income and what I do and answering questions because we need you. We need you out here in these villages. We need you to come, and we appreciate the help out here. We do. They pay very handsomely. But because I have a fucking career and a bachelor's degree in respiratory care that they refuse to believe, let's read that entertainment again. You cannot convince me, Miss Agitated Ad. You cannot, does anyone truly believe this evil person and anything she says? Anything she says? Says. S-A-Y-S. She claims she's working in a hospital, yet it sounds like she's just letting cars into a gate. There is no gate here at the hospital. There's barely any cars on the... What the fuck? There... Yeah, there are travel seats. Oh, yes. 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 Where's Shirley? Shirley Pace. If you see her in here, she's a CNA and she travels. She's a good one to talk to. Send me a message and I'll put you in touch with her. She's getting ready to take a travel job up here. Yep. Message me. I am happy to answer those kind of questions. Like, let's just gonna print that off while it's open. You know, and if I'm letting cars into a gate, wouldn't I be out fucking side? But never mind that my badge literally says respiratory. Guys, use your fucking brain. If you are looking for good travel, Alaska is the place to come. Especially these native hospitals. I'm going to read you the motto again. Why do I smell house fire? That's never a good smell in the village. An Alaska Native is not an interruption to our work. They are the purpose of our work. An Alaska Native is not an outsider to our business. They are part of our business. If it were not for Alaska Natives, we would not have a reason for our services. An Alaska Native is not dependent upon us. We are dependent upon them. We have been chosen to intermediate with all these tribes to provide medical care. It is truly patient, culturally centered care. You know, like what we all signed up for. And yeah, we really do focus on that here. It's the last enjoyable place. And like with my old ass and all my surgeries, I don't have to pound floors so hard to get paid well. Pay stub. They don't give you that from loan companies. Fucking weirdo. Like, my year-to-date gross, okay, remember that Misty started on July 11th with all my bonus. This is why they hate me. With my first, like, and they only paid me half my bonus. They think you have to go through 60 days or 90 days before you get your second half. $25,933 is what I grossed. And you wonder why they mad. Because they ain't getting a chunk of that because they have done nothing with their lives to amount to a fucking thing. But to sit there, hunched over a fucking live, screen recording my video, you can't tell me she's an RT. She's so evil. You don't even fucking know me. You just don't like me calling out your bullshit. And if I'm live all night without a single fucking patient, except for to dispense a nebulizer, that's not your fucking problem. My boss gets to play Nintendo DS all night. People watch Netflix. They play video games to stay awake. You want people to go out and get hurt? Because that's literally what I'm hearing you say. You want them hurt. But you make sure to let me know what $34.92 and $97.93.42 adds up to, and I'm pretty sure it's that $13,000 something and 42 cent deposit that you are claiming as my fucking loan on Credit Karma, which they don't. Credit Karma doesn't offer you loans. They send you to outside companies. But it literally has my employee badge number and my employer on that fucking deposit that you claimed that I edited. Like, you guys took that screenshot and blanked it out and in the wrong font put zeros across it because you're so hatefully jealous. Must suck to be you and so fucking miserably jealous about things that you didn't amount your life to. Must suck. Must suck. You're shit human beings. You're dragging in disabled children to find out information that's none of your fucking business. Because you don't have no class. No class, trash. We see you. Anybody with any empathy, make it make sense. I just did. I did. I guess I'm going to agitated ad 9750. Might just have to search them out by... Oh, they got me blocked, that's why. They go over there and talk shit about me, but block me. Got it. Oh, there it is. Hold on. Oh, I blocked them because of their bullshit. Hang on. Can I post a picture? I did unblock it. I'm gonna have to do it with my phone. I'm not unblocking the asshole. I'll print off my NBRC shit. That's enough. Because that person's going to look big fucking stupid when I'm done. What's that again? I don't like Internet Explorer. Come on. This stinking iMac. I wish I had ports on both sides. This shit's always in the way. Print. Control P. Where's the fucking print button? I just want to use Google Chrome. Where is the damn print button on this thing? Oh, I hate these virtual desktops. There we go. Okay, print. I'm gonna stick it like as a like I'm gonna take a picture of it and we'll put it as my backdrop. Oh, there's that gate. Must be opening the gate. Hang on. I'm just going to take a pretty picture of that one. Anything to be right, people. Credentialed practitioner. My registry number. Valid. We don't do state licenses in Alaska for respiratory. Only doctors are required here for the medical board licensing because it's such a small state for us population-wise. Anybody have any questions? You people need some fucking help. Jealous much? So you want to hurt children. You want people to get hurt just so I have to work. You must have really prayed for people to get Rona too. So I would have to work harder and maybe get it and pass away like my coworkers did. While you were sitting there collecting unemployment benefits from jobs you never had. Cheating the government of PPP loans. And then the free rides stopped. And you all discovered TikTok as a way to scam and make fucking money from people. And fuck us for coming out here and pointing that out. Huh? No, fuck you. You're disturbing. Truly. And I have a green screen up because you people like to pick apart everything in the background and it's really none of your business. So what? So what? What do you got now? Anybody else running their dick suckers out there? I'll just fix it here and send it over there. That way it's in pretty color.